Hello and welcome back. Today we're doing a little bit of Bant in Ranked Mythic Standard. This exact list went 63% from Gold to Mythic. I can't give credit to the author because the name is in Japanese, but thank you whoever made this list. It's fun. It's got 4 copies of Zenith and 4 copies of Gearhulk, which lets you fetch some 1-drops to Doublespell to make the Zenith work. All that seems really cool. Shelter by Ghost, very good in Standard right now, as the most played genre is going to be Red or Boros Burn. The only thing I'm a little bit suspect on here is the utility of the Starfield Shepherd. You can warp it in for 2, go get a basic planes or a creature with mana value 1 or less, put it into your hand. So obviously this helps us hit the Zenith Doublespell, but is that enough? Is 2 mana to go get a 1-drop to help you Doublespell enough to warrant playing this card? You know, a 5 mana 3/2 is pretty underwhelming as well. So we'll see how this guy plays out. If it doesn't work out so well, I might consider cutting it for 3 more copies of the Recruit and an extra Mockingbird. I'm also not entirely sure about Phoenix Down, being that, yeah, it'd be great against Day of Judgment, but since it's an artifact, it would also die to Ultima, which I don't love. Like, I feel like that's a sweeper I really want insurance against, and it doesn't protect against that. So I could see cutting the Phoenix Down, either for an extra Seamrip, I think would be extremely reasonable, or even like a Duskro's Reliquary, something a little bit more flexible that could exile an artifact or creature an opponent controls. You know, something between the two I think could be good, but we'll try it out. I'm still a little sick. I was sick at the time of the direct access, and I released, what, the first video? And then I just like wasn't really feeling that well and didn't edit the rest of the video, so didn't publish for a couple days, and I'm back. But I'm still a little low on energy, and yeah, I'm just not quite 100% with it, but we got to keep the videos coming, so here we come. It was a lot of gems to blow on that event. I got some comments that were like, "You're so dumb for wasting gem on the event. It's not worth it for the booster boxes." To be clear, I do not care about the booster boxes. I don't even think they would deliver it to me in Mexico, where I'm at right now. So it was never about the booster boxes. It was just a fun competitive event, and I think a lot of you guys like watching content when there are gems and money on the line. So that's what it was. But boy, was it brutal. Boy, did I lose a lot of gems in the event. And yeah, got clowned by all sorts of bad matchups. I think the conspiracy theorists would say that the matchmaker intentionally was against me to drain me of gems. I don't really believe that, but it did seem like I got a hugely disproportionate amount of Azorius control when I was running Jeskai artifacts, and at least in the Platinum to Mythic meta, or Mythic only meta, Azorius control is only like 4% of the meta. And I got, obviously that deck just annihilates the artifacts. Okay, we've drawn here, that's lovely. I'll just keep rambling. And then some, yeah, that one game where I had the molds of 5 with 3 Authority to the Consoles, 4 lands, and then I only drew land for the rest of the... Man, that was brutal. Some brutal losses there. But it is what it is. That's kind of the value of this channel, right? It's the unedited. You get the full... If you lose, that's what the video is. Okay. Here we go. 2-lander. Elf. Looks great to me. We're on the draw. We'll keep this. I actually haven't played Magic in a couple days, so I'm a little bit rusty. It's mono red, that's super fun. I like that. Okay. We could be okay here. Shelter's fantastic. Zenith into First Strike, Trample. All this is potential. Just depends if we get annihilated before we get to resolve anything. Triple Claw. Don't freak out. I'll move the camera for you. Triple Claw, no blocks. Down to 16. Alright. I think it's got to be land Zenith. And then Shelter, Doublespell, Pump, Swing. Shepherd, go get a 1-drop, you get a removal spell, but I think you got to lean into Shelter here. So let's hope they don't have double removal for the Zenith. See if they attack into the Zenith. We can't really risk it though. Oh, okay. Not really what I wanted to see. Okay, we could shelter their Shelter and still Doublespell. It's pretty awkward. We could do it though. Could Shepherd get a land? And then we could shelter. You really don't want to be shelter on the elf, but we don't have quite too many options here. I mean, it's either shelter and play Ghost Vacuum, which is useless, or we shepherd here and go get the basic, I guess. and then we still take 3, 4, 5, 6 this turn, we probably lose. Man, that's a rough turn for us. Or we shelter and I think we gotta start here. I think we have to take the shelter. I think we need to Zenith back. Yeah, we can make some chump blockers, I guess. Alright, I think this is the way to do it. 2 1/1s. I think we just take some blocks. I think this is the best we can do right here. Down to 9 against Boros is not so lovely. Yeah, they have another Doublespell, but I think we had to do that. Shelter again, take our crap again. Okay. I think we're totally toast here. How good is the double block? Perhaps better than anything else? I mean, yikes. I think you still take this, I guess. Problem is there's no top deck that gets us there, right? If we top deck one more shelter, we'd want one more blocker, right? I think that's basically our only out. We top deck a land, we can shepherd, go get a seam. Can we take the shelter off with a... No, there's really nothing we can do. I think we're fairly effed. I think this is fine. I'm not sure if there's a path out of this, but... Lovely. Well, we can either get a basic plains, or we can get this, which only casts creatures, but yeah, it's okay. Okay, hold on one more turn against Boros Burn. Just awful, just awful. Thank you for that. That was just the best game of Magic. I continue to be sus on this Shepherd though. We'll give it a couple vids and a couple games, and then maybe we'll set that guy out. It does help you hit land in the 22 land deck. I will say that. As far as justifications for it, like it is kind of taking the place of a land. We already have 4 Llanowar elves. I don't know. We're gonna continue to evaluate the card. Great. We'll keep this. We actually don't have double white yet. But hopefully Origins can get there. A lovely first game against Boros. Let's see. Fluffy Fang has done a lot of math for us. Says, my napkin math tells me you'll gain 4,521 gems on average per run if you care about packs. 3,846 if you don't. There's a lot more math, which I appreciate. And then, yeah, he says you just buy the box directly if you do the math, which makes total sense. Again, I wasn't doing it for the box, but math is always cool to see. VJR says, love to watch these, despite your descent into madness. Only thing, and I don't know how to fix this, except putting some black screen time at the end of the video, is you can tell by the runtime of the video how the result is going to be. If the video only runs 30 minutes, you can be pretty sure that you didn't get through the whole event. Yeah, I could do that. Definitely could. Opponent with an elf. Alright, let's just do this. We're looking for that next white source. Starting Town does do it, in fact. And then we'd even want Recruit at this stage of the game versus green? Not necessarily. We'll take the white source. Yeah, that's fine. Not doing anything else. Yeah, I don't even think that's necessarily a bad idea. I guess the question is, how does the YouTube algorithm work? What does this card do? Sultai. Whenever a counter is put on a creature you control, draw a card. Only once each turn, though. So what do you think they are? Golgari midrange? A counter. Golgari counters. Dude, I don't know. Mockingbird seems decent. And then... I mean, if they play a big creature, feels like containment could be useful. We could run into the issue where they just kill the artifact right here. But nothing done about that. We'll take the containment anyway. That's fine. They zap the construct that we don't have a good Mockingbird target. They do zap the constructs. We still get to Esper Origins. We're not done yet. We can copy the Esper Origins. Do with triple elf here. To the face. Okay. Only to cast a creature spell. Ooh. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback costs. We're casting it as a sorcery, right? I think we're casting it as a sorcery. It enters as a creature. I think we cast it as a sorcery. I don't think we can herd heirloom here first. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's how this works. I think it's a sorcery. No, and probably no as well. Sure. Can suit you up. Yeah, we'll get in there. We're getting in for the damage. Opponent's a 15. Anyway, yeah, I think adding a black screen to the end... Yeah, it depends if the YouTube algorithm says percentage-wise they only watched... I mean, you're losing 50% of potential watch time. Or if it's just minutes watched, then it doesn't matter. I guess I could try it and see if the video does terribly and make some assumptions about how it does with the algorithm. Alright, opponent has put a counter. And they've drawn a card. And they play a Warden of the Grove, which will make more counters, but they only get one trigger per turn. We have a lot of mana here. 4, 5... Let's see, double shelter should be very hard to get through. So we spend 4 mana there. We have 3 mana left. I think this is a 2 mana creature. I don't actually know what happens with Mockingbird. Let's go ahead and check this out. I actually don't know what's about to happen here. I think we do this for 2. Hold on. Let's do this first. I think we can copy the... we're about to find out. What happens if we copy this guy? Is it a 4/4? It is a 4/4. Look at that. That's pretty damn good. Okay. Cool. Technically, suiting up the flyer is better. Seems easier to get through. This guy's about to get sacks, too. Alright, well, this is kind of weird. This is super sus. Yeah, this is super sus. We're gonna lose this thing in like a couple turns, right? Let's just do it like this. This is fine. Let's do this as well. Okay. I don't know that we need the next land. Well, this is all very strange. Opponent is down to 10. We have a weird 5/4 with shelter that is going to get sacked. Maybe we shouldn't take it to basic planes. Alright, he destroys a shelter, which makes me feel better about my life because we're going to lose that card anyway. Menace, my goodness. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9. We do not have lethal. Yeah, we do. We'll just attack with this guy too. Alright, well, this is a very strange game of Magic. I guess we start here, maybe? Alright, I think we're good to go then. One blocker going. Just don't auto-tap the elf. Second blocker going. Alright. That was strange game magic. I have been playing quite a bit of Sealed while I've been sick. I got from bronze to platinum playing Quick Draft Aether Drift, which is pretty fun. I would actually like to hit Mythic, and I have, what, less than 2 days to do it? Because then I could get the Magus of the Arena achievement title or whatever, which I think would be kind of cool to display. But I don't know if I'm going to get there in 2 days or not. I'm still pretty tired. On the play, sure, looks good. We'll keep this. The Rizzle Dizzle. Says you probably just have to play Vivi or Dimir to win. So those are exceptional decks in best of 3, but this was, of course, a best of 1. I get these comments all the time. I'll say something like, this is the best deck in Standard, or oh, we faced the best deck in Standard, and I'll get comments that say, you idiot, that's not the best deck in Standard. Vivi is the best deck in Standard. But the whole video is a best of 1 video. It's the best deck in best of 1. Okay, up against Boros Burn. So yeah, I mean, one thing for a Nemesis would be good, and then probably just a Seam Rip is good enough. I do like the Mockingbird, though. I really don't think they should be able to beat the Mockingbird. Let's go with this. Hopefully this is good enough to win. Alright, they go for the plot, which is fair. If we go get land, we'd have 3 mana to do what? Nothing super exciting, just an Esper Origins. I think we will just copy this and get a flyer going. So now what? Pretty much same stuff. I mean, just some Seam Rip seems good. We'll see if they can kill us in 1 turn, right? Probably not the fight spell. Yeah, I think these guys are fine. Still pretty suspect about the Shepherd. I do think halfway through I might sub it out. Maybe we go 23 lands. I wouldn't mind an extra Mockingbird too. Alright. Slug Shot for 0. Can you zap? Well, we got another Shelter. People don't usually run this. This is my version of the deck. Okay. Still, we can Hardlight Containment through that. It's hopefully fine. Or Seam Rip, I guess. Creature? Yeah, we'll just Seam Rip this guy. We'll go get that. Probably just the next planes. We're a little bottlenecked on white here. Yeah, it seems more relevant than the elf. Probably should have gotten the planes last game too. Okay, going to 17. We still got that flying blocker back. I don't hate that. We got lots of removal in hand. Fort of the Face down to 12. I think we're just firing off some Esper Origins then. I think it's okay to bin both those. You could take the 1 more land. I think we will leave back the Mockingbird. Just in case they have another, like, big turn. Ooh, it's not a creature. My bad. All right, we'll be doing this then. Yeah, I guess we can't. Yeah. All right, well, that verifies the thing I was talking about last time. Do we want to draw a fight spell? I feel like we have so much removal already. It does not seem like we need this, right? How good is the next land? Honestly, I don't think it's that bad. Look at these guys out. Yeah, so flashing this back is as a sorcery, not as a creature, so you cannot actually use 3 damage to each opponent. It's very rude. Still, we're looking okay with this many origins and no nemesis. Shut it off. We just could use the herd heirloom to draw an extra card. Okay. Let's begin here. I think we'll take the card draw. We'll just go origins plus something else. To 9. Our land is fine. So I want this card in my hand. I feel like I never really want this card. Like, we're only fetching that is gold. No complaints about that. You can go for free. Leave this guy on top. All right, I think we're about through this. Yeah, I'm really not feeling the Shepherd yet. I want to give it a little more time because such an interesting choice, and obviously the person did have a 63% win rate. Very solid from gold to mythic. Sometimes I don't give cards enough of a shot, and like I have my preconceptions, but I make mistakes too, and sometimes I don't fully get, you know, just by looking at the deck, I don't always fully get, oh, obviously this card is in here for this or whatever, you know, without playing with it a little bit. So we'll see. I think mostly 22 land deck helps you double spell for the Zenith. So we'll see it, but I don't know if I'm sold on it yet. Opponent goes first. We do have green. I think it's okay. The sea turtle. Slack says, this is on my Esper combo bird, paradise bird deck, whatever it was. No, it wasn't Esper, it was a Sultai. Man, I'm deep in pain after watching the first 20 minutes. Let's see if the upcoming rounds will cure me. They won't. They won't cure you. I think I won 1 game that day. And I never even got to combo off once. I never even got to do the thing. Not ideal. I won 1 game using the bird, but it wasn't like a big combo. I don't remember. I just barely got there at the end. Splatter says these are the best to watch, the competitive videos. Despite the losses, there's definite value posting these. Yeah, I think you guys like it for the most part. Some people are upset. They're like, oh man, you look frustrated or tired. I was tired. I was maybe a little frustrated, but overall I'm okay. It's just a game at the end of the day. Dude, have we played anything other than Monarch? What is going on? What is going on today? No blocks. I need my green. Okay. I think it's just Origins here, and then Seamrip, I guess. You can be, if we elf, is that any better? No, I think we get Seamrip going, so you can be colorless then. The next green land. We only have 1 green spell in hand that we want to cast. Herd Heirloom next turn. I think we need more gas, right? We need like a big creature. It's okay, but we can just cast back the Origins. Yeah, it's not really a good target for shelter. Let's try this. Take you. This deck does have a decent amount of life gain between the multiple, you know, the 8 casts of Origins and Shelter. They don't have Nemesis. There's a good amount of life gain here. Okay, and flying plot. We're looking for our bird. Something. Alright. Okay. I think it's just Origins. I think we're still looking for a good target to wield the shelter. Hey, been both these. We cast back the next one. I think we're looking for better. Okay. We need a nice chunky creature. A Zenith, a Gearhulk, something to hold on to shelter. Cyan God says, feel free, watched all of them. Hardest one was the 3 consoles into 10 mana. F this game sometimes. Yeah, that's brutal. Another plot. Yeah, I think we'll take this block. It's interesting, it does potentially give them even more pump spells for the Slickshot turn. It's half a card. Yeah, it's actually quite a bit to risk. A single pump spell adds 4 damage versus we just take the 1 right now. I think you might let this go. I think it's a lot more damage if they get 1 more pump spell off the top. And the question is, do we have to shelter here just to prevent the auto lose next turn? The answer is maybe. Okay. This is actually a lot of mana. We might get a bird just to just have a flying blocker this turn. Let's make sure the auto tapper doesn't ruin us too much. I think this is okay. So we have blue open here. We have 3 mana left. So we could go bird, copy the Manduin. I think it's actually okay. It's a big flying blocker. Then I have 1 mana left. Take the action. I do think we want the bird, and then maybe 1 Seam Rip is a pretty good follow-up, right? For next turn. If we fight one of these right now, yeah, I don't think we really want to do that. I think Seam Rip next turn is what we want. So this is X equals 2. X equals 1, rather. And we get a 4/4 flyer, which does help us out for a little while. And then, yeah, we can drop 1 more elf here. Okay, we'll see if we auto lose versus red. We at least have 1 blocker for one of these guys, and we got the Seam Rip for the next one. I think the attack is okay. We're not blocking a whole lot on the ground anyway. We'll get in there. Well, this is the big turn. Can we survive and shelter, and then like Esper Origin? We'll have a lot of mana next turn too. This is it. Do we lose here or not? I think if we get through this turn, we're doing okay. Opponent deep in the tank on that math. Do they wait for the flyer to die? Because it will eventually die. JB Bruce says, really enjoy seeing you enter these events. Thank you. The standard fundamental says the standard metagame challenge has less on the line. Might be fun for you to participate in this, and I think they're trying to say in that, than this coin flip grind fest. I bet I mean, in general, everything should be the same. Oh, that's interesting. Well, we definitely have a lot of mana to play with here. 6, 12, 31, 15, 16, 17, 18. Can we push lethal? Basically, yes, no matter what. So I think we're actually just pushing for lethal here instead. Go Zenith, and then Shelter plus Seam Rip. Pump everyone. I think that's roughly more than lethal. I don't think they're killing the 6/6 here. Cool. We've only played mono red. I think I am going to cut the Angel. I don't feel like I'm loving it. I think I'm down to go up to 23 land if we have to. I think that's okay. I'm not in love with the Angel. If I'm totally missing the ball, you're welcome to leave a comment. Maybe leave it nicely. Maybe don't be nasty about it, but we're going to cut some shepherds here. We'll throw in a land, and we'll throw in one more bird, because I think having the next bird to fetch is pretty good. And then I think I'm down to go more Paw Patch. And then last thing is I'm not so sure about Phoenix Down. Again, I think it plays weird versus the matchup where you want it. So we need to go one more Seam Rip, or what is Desperate Reliquary only gets artifacts instead. I don't know if that's that relevant for us. I think I'm just going to take the extra Seam Rip, call it a day, and not be too fussy about it. Yeah, let's try that. I don't know about the Late Angel. It's also weird, it feels like a lot of the time the only creature you can fetch is another Llanowar Elves, and it's pretty underwhelming, except that it triggers the Zenith. But there just aren't that many one-drop creatures to even fetch off of the Angel thing. On the play, okay, we can Origins our way into something useful, hopefully. Hopefully. We don't have any creatures to ramp into, so let's go look for something worth casting. Gearhulk is good. We have the mana to get there. Wow, against what is this, Dimir? The Fight spell. Next turn we go Herd Heirloom. And then turn after that we go Gearhulk. And then how much do we need the Fight spell given that we have Seam Rip? Not really. They have Death Touch creatures too, right? I don't know that that is that good against them. I think it could kill the, you know, the blue cat at some point. We'd prefer to exile it if we could. But we cannot fight any Death Touch creature. We're pretty content with the bat here. That's fine. Double Seam Rip is not a problem. Okay, no problem. We'll get down the land. Get down one of these guys. Opponent does not know the top card is a Gearhulk. We're looking for that fourth land to cast the Origins. It is interesting that we cannot actually cast the Sorcery Flashback off of the Herd Heirloom. I don't know if we fetch Ghost Vacuum immediately off of this. If we can kill the blue cat, which is a big if, then you can exile it, but I don't know that that's that likely. Oh, they bin the cat anyway. Alright, I don't know if we bother with that. Well, I think with Gearhulk, well, they definitely don't have a counterspell. Yeah, it's gotta be this way. Okay. Question is, what do we fetch it? I do like the bird. We'll have to be careful about removal spells. Getting an answer to the next bird would be good. It's a classic issue. If they kill this first one immediately, we're kind of out of gas. I mean, the Paw Patch would be a great follow-up. But I think we need an answer to the cat. This is an okay seam rip. I don't know if that's necessary. It's at least mana efficient. There's a lot of mana we want to use next turn. Also, wouldn't mind taking a draw off the Gear Hulk. Okay, a main phase 4-mana Kaito. Tap down our Gear Hulk.
Take a break, will ya?
We can obviously just copy it anyway. Seems like it's still a decent choice. Target creature. I think if the Herd Heirloom or the Elf is better here. Herd Heirloom double draws could be pretty good. So this for 2, and then Mockingbird for 4. I think that's what I want to do here. I think we go get the next bird, and then, I mean, it feels like they want to flash in stuff. I think we just get the Paw Patch here. Goose Vacuum's okay. I just don't think we're going to kill their Curiosity very easily. Alright, it's a 4/5. Does get in for damage, no blocks from us. Let's see if we're... Got a removal spell for the Gear Hulk. I think they want to tap it down with the next Flood Pits, is what I'm feeling here. Nope, just did. Two mana open. Do we go for the Mockingbird? It's a little bit risky into a next Shoot the Sheriff. I don't love that. I think I'd rather Esper Origins. There's a stick for something. Resolves. Shelter isn't bad. Land on Top lets us cast, what, the Recruit, which is pretty good. I think we'll keep the Shelter as well. I think Land on Top right here is not bad, though. Alright, we'll go for this. It's a good group of attackers. They do have the next Shoot the Sheriffs. We're pretty happy we did not go for the Mockingbird. We're moving the right direction here. We'll see if they can turn the corner of us. One of us is going to turn the corner soon. If we copy the next Gear Hulk, I think we're really moving the right way. We also have Shelter on Top, which is interesting. I think it's no blocks. I think you just get this. I think we're looking to attack it on the Crackback. You have definitely removal spells for potential blockers. Except for the Reef. The Reef is an issue. Alright. It's a 0 Surveil. In 2 lands, draw a card. Cecil, easy Seam Rip. Okay, they can still power up the Reef though, which is awkward. We don't have a good defense against that, I guess. Target creature. We could take it. Pretty confident we're starting here. We've limited white in general, actually, for non-creatures. So if we throw away our 2/1 into the reef, we could hard light containment it away for good. Just weird, but possible. We want that for the cat, though, ideally. I think it's good because if they tap out, we get to bird. So I think we just want them to tap out here. I think we're okay if they eat one of these guys. Okay, Curiosity comes down. Okay. Kaito's down. We have an answer for now.
Definitely lost.
Equals 3. Who's enough? Who's left here? I still don't think we need the Ghost Vacuum, really. I mean, at least one Paw Patch is good. The next Seam Rip kills what? A bat? Non-land permanent. Haste and Ward 1. Feels like the next Seam Rip or the next Paw Patch. We already have plenty of removal. Let's take another Paw Patch here. The question is, do we blow a shelter? Enchant artifact you control. Okay, this actually makes that easier. We can enchant this artifact. It's actually much better instead of enchanting the creature. That looks very nice. Okay. Alright, that feels much better. I was worried we'd have to enchant the Gearhulk. Enchanting the Herd Heirloom, I don't think they're dealing with that in Dimir. So now if we can get any Gearhulk to connect, we can get double draws off the Herd Heirloom. Whew. Okay. Well, I didn't really want to see that, but we're still in it. Oh, it's so nasty. Alright, we'll keep going here. No, that's great. Okay. I don't think we need this. It's an interesting late game win con, right? But, yeah, man, we could just get another Gearhulk off of it. It's only a 1/1 though, right? We have most of the I think, gosh, what's left in the deck? We really need a Zenith here, I think. Zenith, more Gearhulks. There aren't too many 1-drops left to fetch. It's an interesting play, but I don't think that's really where we want to be. Yeah, I don't think this is it. Nice, take that. The deadly cover-up showing up in Dimir. I thought the game was go on forever. We could keep the Ghost Vacuum and very slowly collect a bunch of 1/1s, but I don't think the next Gearhulk trigger is that good at this point. Seam Rip, an Elf, a Lava Spare Boots. That's it. There's no other good 1-drops. There's no other 1-drops, period. Alright, it's the next Kaito.
Bet you didn't expect to see
Tap
me.
down our attacker. Sure.
Control the fight. Control the...
That's not bad. It's a lot of mana here. Probably go wide into this board state. If you double spell next turn, it's big enough to trade with the Reef. I think we go wide this first time. Okay, who's left? Haste seems decent, and I think Rip is better than anything else. That is quite nice. Wonder if I missed this lineup. I might have missed this earlier. Maybe there's a point in the game where they had a Kaito and we should have picked the boots. I don't know if we had enough mana. I think we maybe didn't have enough mana to both to play it and equip it. But that would have been a really nice answer to the Kaito earlier. You can leave a comment if I totally missed that. I definitely could have. Okay, pretty sweet. All right, I think we got one more game left today. I forget if I already read this comment, but Charles Hembry says, some other guy commented about it's so funny to watch you lose, ... I feel the pain, bro, but it's more funny to watch you lose your gems than me. That's fine. That's why I'm here. The unedited content is the whole bit. If the way you need to enjoy it is to watch someone else lose, that's it's honestly okay with me. You go first. Yeah, it's okay. Ugh, it's not amazing. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. I think we're still firing off turn 1 Paw Patch. Could go a long distance against certain opponents. Oh boy, alright. Does this change what we're doing? No, I don't think they have that much targeted removal, right? So I don't think you need to... I think honestly this hand's pretty good against whites. We go Shelter, take the creature. Play a 2-drop, steam with the creature. The only problem is the Paw Patch is only a 2-1. It does not get through their 1-1 blockers very well. I think you want at least one Shelter for later. For the Halia, the turn 3 Halia, but other than that. Also, we could always take the Leyline of Hope with the Shelter, if it gets to that point, but Syrup's going to put in work here for quite a while, I think. Yeah, double 1-drop's a little bit more rough. Okay, that does not help so much. Now we have no good attacks. Alright. Very awkwardly positioned. Ideally, we don't use Shelter on another small creature. Gear Hope off the top isn't even good because you don't have the second white yet. Alright, you gotta go 2. Okay. We might have to Shelter the Leyline of Hope. It's at least playable. No attacks. It's a Shelter of their own. What are we going after here? Go after the Seam Rip. Okay. That is not so bad. I think it's the same guy. I think it's still this. Pay the ward 2. Means we leave him with the Leyline of Hope. Hopefully we can just keep him off. Bugger. Alright. Get him, boys. Keep him off Leyline of Hope. Yeah, I don't think they want to block. Feels like not the time to deploy that, right? Do you really want any of these other things? copy of any creature on the battlefield. I don't really feel like we burn it yet. 2 toughness will be great. All right. That does not help so much either. Can at least block the hawk every turn though. Maybe it's worth it here. And we're just blocking with this thing, right? I guess technically we get to milk from the before combat. Technically we can milk a little bit of life gain if they don't want to attack. I think this is fine. Also puts creatures actually in the graveyard for the ghost vacuum. Maybe this is a big ghost vacuum game. Okay. Jeez. Oh, what a clusterfuck. Okay. Hey, we made it into the numbers, top 1%. Honestly, I had a lot of fun with this deck. Yeah, I'm still sus on that that original angel card. I had a good time though. Let's see what we got here. I do like the Zenith, I think. Zenith, your Hulk is very cool. And yeah, I'll just repeat all the things I said in the beginning that I don't think you necessarily need Phoenix down because it's at its best versus like Day of Judgment. If your opponent has Ultima, it kills the artifact anyway, and then you're super sad. I don't know how common skeletons, spirits, and zombies are, so I don't think that part is super important. I was not very sold on the Starfield Shepherd. Helps you double spell, but you're not going to have Zenith every game. In the games you don't have Zenith, there wasn't much to fetch other than like more elves, so I'm okay taking this out. 23 land, and then putting a more Paw Patch, and then another Mockingbird. I liked having 2 Mockingbirds to go fetch to keep getting the Gear Hulk thing going. It's good. Too many Mockingbirds, you have nothing to copy, you know, but I think 2's probably about right, and then just leaning more into Seam Rip. Maybe there's an argument to be made for Duskrow's Reliquary. Like, against the Artifacts matchup, I guess you could kill their Synth and hope that that's all they have. They generally keep having more and more and more. So, yeah, I don't know if this is necessarily that much better than the Seam Rip. If you can already fetch the Hard Light Containment to deal with the Nemesis, but you could throw away 1 Seam Rip. I think Seam Rip's pretty good here. So, yeah, that's probably what I run. I had a lot of fun. I like the Esper Origins aspect for life gain and Shelter by Ghost, so we did okay. I had a fun time with it. If you enjoyed today's video, I'm sorry if I'm lower energy. I'm still like a little bit sick and tired, but it'll get better over time. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.